Welcome to Lavanya's computer classes. In this video, I will explain introduction of DBMS. What is DBMS? What are the related terms are used in DBMS? I will explain in this video. So in this DBMS, what is the full form of DBMS? DBMS means database management systems. Database management system. So that is the full form of DBMS. D for data, B for base, database management system. So in this full form, first I will explain what is data. Next, what is database. So what is data? What is data means any raw fact is known as data. Any raw fact is known as data. What is the meaning of raw fact? So what is the meaning of raw fact? Raw fact means anything, if you are typing using keyboard, if you are typing anything, that is called as raw fact. For example, 1, it is a data. A is a data. Any value you are typing through keyboard, that is called as data. For example, XXX or 89.2. So everything is called as data. Any raw fact, whatever the data you are using through keyboard, you are typing through keyboard, that is called as data. So next one is information. This is also one more word. So what is the information? What is information means processed data. Processed data or data with meaning is known as information. So second word is what is information. What is information means processed data or data with meaning is called as information. So here 1 is a data. What is 1 here? What indicates? 1 is your roll number or 1 is your age or what is the 1? 1 is your marks, whatever it is. 1 means data is not telling anything about what is the purpose of that. But information means, for example, I write like this, serial number equal to 1. Then what you are understanding? 1 is the value, that means data. It represents now serial number. Or otherwise you just write like this, A is equals to 1. That means any small kid is there. What is the age of that small kid mean? That is the 1. So here 1, just one value, 1 is known as data. But what is the purpose of 1? 1 indicates either serial number or age that have some meaning is there. That is called as processed data. That is called as information. Here A, what is A? A is a grade or A is a section. What is it is means if we specify this is the section of one class, section A, that is called as information. Triple X, what is the triple X? Any soap name or any name or pass, whatever it is. So anything processed data, data with meaning is known as information. Now we go for database. What is the meaning of database? Database means collection of data. Collection of data after collecting all the data, related data. After collecting all the related data stored in one place, that is called as database. Collection of data, collection of related data is called as database. Database is stored in the form of tables also. Tables. For example, I want to collect student database. Student database means information. Collection of students' information stored it in a table format, that is called a student database. So what are the student database? What type of information is there? Like serial number is there for any student, student name, some age, some marks. So I want to collect the information about student. Information means processed data. Processed data of student, that is called as student database. Serial number 1, student name is A is 18, some marks is getting out of 25, he gets some 22. Next, second student number 2. What is the name of the second student means like B, what is his age? 17, how much marks he got? It means some 20. The third student C, some again 18, some 21. So like this, if you are collecting the information about any students, collection of information, collection of data or collection of information is called as database. So this is the example for student database. In this student database, now I will explain some words. These are there. So how many students information is stored in this example means 3 students information is stored. Student number 1 information, second student information, third student information. So these horizontal lines are called as rows. So these are the horizontal lines. These horizontal lines are called as rows. The rows are called as records. The rows are called as records. Records. These vertical lines, what are the vertical lines? These are the vertical lines. Marks, age, student name, serial number. The vertical lines are called as columns. Vertical lines are called as columns. These columns are called as fields. First of all, database is stored in the form of a table. Table, what is the meaning of table? Table means, any table means it contains rows and columns. Table is the combination of rows and columns. In our database, rows is called as records and columns are called as fields. So in this example, what are the fields means? The fields are serial number is one field, S name is another field, S name is student name. Age is a field and marks is also a field. The combination of all the fields is known as record. The combination of fields is known as record. So in these words, what are the terms are used means, what is data? Data is the, any raw fact is known as a data. Next, database. What is database? Collection of data, processed data. Collection of all the data stored in one place is called as database. What is information? Information means data with meaning is known as information. What is row? Row means data is stored in the form of a table. In the table, the horizontal line is known as row. Row is also called as record. Then column. Column means vertical lines. These are the columns. Serial number is a one column. S name is one column. Column the smallest individual unit in the table is also known as a field. 1 is a field. Serial number field, its value is 1. So rows of the, for example, field. Field is the individual element. Individual element is the field. Combination of fields. Combination of fields is known as record. Collection of records. Collection of records is known as a table. Table or file. So this is the student table or student file. In this, how many records are there? There are 3 records are there. How many fields are there? There are 4 fields are there. So this is a small introduction about database management system. In this, after that I will explain some more what is the management DBMS full form. So now we are explaining traditional file system, because before using DBMS we have file systems are there. So what is a file system? Means file system is allows to access a single table or single file at a time. File system is also used for storing the data. Everything is in the form of files, but in the accessing time it is possible to access only one table at a time. And there is like this, so many files are maintained, so many tables, so many files. But the files have no relation one to another. There is no relation one file to another file. That's why there is no sharing, because each and every file maintains its own information. Each and every file has its own tables. So there is no relation one to another. There is no relation means there is no sharing also. So whatever the problems are faced in the file system, for recovering that problems, for removing that problems, we are introduced a new system that is called as DBMS. So what is the full form of DBMS? Means database management system. So in the database management system, already we know what is data and what is database. Now what is the database management system? What is database management? We have to managing some database. So it is first of all, DBMS is an application software. DBMS is an application software that allows users to define, creating your database, create and maintain and sharing your databases and sharing the databases. So DBMS means DBMS management means how you are managing your database. Database means collection of information. So how can you collect? After collecting, how can you create where you want to store? Or after storing the data, if you want to insert any new information, or if you want to delete any already existing database, or if you want to change any modifications, that means in the maintain what we have to means insertions are possible, deletions or updations. These all are known as maintaining and sharing also. For example, in the previous example, I gave one example like student database. In the student database, how many records are there? 3 records are there. After storing, this is the creation. After creating, after some time, for example, I know the marks of the student is increased, some correct counting mistake, something. So now 21 is changed to some 24. So I want to change the marks in already existing database. So that is possible in database management system. This is called as maintenance. Once database is created, you are storing entire database in the database. If you want to delete or insert or modification, this is called as modification. Our second student wants to take the TC from our college. So I don't want to the second student information. I want to remove the total second student information. So how it is possible? That is also possible using some deletion operation. So insertions, deletions or updations are possible in the DBMS, that is called as maintaining the database. Not only just creating and storing. Once our creation is over, how can you maintain? And then sharing also. The information is sharing to others, that is also possible in DBMS. So in the defining database, in the creation means defining the database. In the defining database, how we are defining what it involves. Involve means it involves data types. In the defining term, we have to specify what is the data types of data, what is the structure of the table, and also what are the constraints of this database. Everything is known as defining the database. Data types. What is the data types means? Again, we just check it in the previous. This is the example of database in this serial number. In the serial number, what type of values are entered? 1, 2, 3 numerical type. In the serial number, we are not write like any information like A is a wrong valid data. So how can you, so in this particular field, which type of data we have to enter, that is also specified at the time of defining database only. That is called as data types. What type of data types we require? Structure of the database. How many fields we require? What is their data types? Any constraints. For example, student age, marks. This is marks, I already said this is marks for 25. If any student by mistake, if you are typing the data some 30 instead of 20, I put 30. If you are accepting the, if you are enter the data type it like this, is in the entry time only compulsory refusing, it is not proper data. Because total marks is only for 25. How will the student get 30 marks? So if you are typing any like typing mistakes, at the time of entry only have to tell that one it is not a proper data. Some data is missing. Something is exceeds our range. So this is called as constraints. These constraints is also possible in defining the databases only. So this is the definitions of DBMS. So in this video, we'll just explain what is DBMS, what are the proper terms used in the DBMS, and what is file system and what is DBMS. File system means it is a DBMS, but it is used for storing only single files. There is no relation and no sharing. In next video, we'll explain what is the advantages of DBMS compared to file systems. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, share my videos, like it and subscribe my channel. Thank you.